Hello, everybody. This is José Ignacio from the Uncomfortable Dialogues 2022.
As a new San Antonian, it is my high privilege and distinct honor of presenting to you the only and the very best, the great Barbara Greene. Barbara has 25 years in business on organizational consulting, executive coaching, leadership development, and team development. She has been featured in Forbes and Fortune as one of the top businesswomen in San Antonio. Barbara is engaged in several community and professional organizations such as LSA 300 Steering Committee and the United Way Master Leadership Program. With any further ado, welcome to the Uncomfortable Data 2022, Barbara. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great, Jose. Thank you so much for bringing me here with you. This is awesome that you're sharing all this wisdom with people around the world.
Well, I'm not sharing the wisdom. You share the wisdom. So all my speakers come and share their own experience. No, but I'm really glad that we find a way to really make it happen. So we were trying for the last, 4 months to make it happen, but you were so busy. You were truly a busy businesswoman here in San Antonio. But finally, we make it. So kudos to you.
That's great.
Barbara, let's talk about talent development. There is no doubt that we're in a talent-driven market, and all organizations, recruiters, and executive firms are coming after the most valuable resource, their people. However, what is going on with the Great Resignation? What are people looking for in their career life?
Well, those are all big questions to talk about for sure, Jose. Talent development, is it easier now or is it harder? Is it more intense? The other aspect of the Great Resignation and how does that play into it? It's all of the above in different ways. You know, for some organizations, being able to be remote is really, they were doing that before COVID even hit. So it was like no brainer, and they were continuing to develop people. And that was easy for them. For others, it wasn't easy. It was so hard to think about how are they going to have team development when they can't walk down the hall to the water cooler, so to speak, and talk with someone and get that synergy of learning together. And with the Great Resignation, yes, we have had a storm of people deciding that they just said, I quit. Without even another job. And employers were really puzzled by how to engage them in a way now that may have been different in the past. So expectations are different, both from employers and employees as we go forward. So talent development, I will tell you a couple of things that I'm seeing out there. I've been in business, as you said, 25 years, and we've always done team development. Always. We've always done team integration. I will tell you, though, that it has increased by almost 50% of companies now coming back, right, to the workplace, and people are starved, truly starved for that synergy to be together. And companies are reaching out to us and saying, Barbara, can you help us? Barbara and your team, can you help us with, we're coming back for the very first time, all in the same room. And we're not sure how to put the first pair of shoes on and how to make that happen. So we've been fortunate to have the opportunity to come in and do quite a bit of on-site, in-person team development session, team cohesiveness, team, what I call mattering, making meaning of all of the different kinds of people that are in the room that are coming together for the first time in a long time. So we have definitely seen an increase in that. And that is talent development. Any kind of team development is developing your talent. And when I related to the Great Resignation, one of the big things is, yes, we got to pay a fair wage to people. There's no question about it. But in addition to that, though, is the people want to know what the purpose is of them in working. You know, what kind of legacy can they leave if they're going to come to work at your place? Purpose makes a big difference. The other piece is, how can I grow? How can I grow? How can I grow? And how fast can I grow? Okay. So maybe in the time that you and I were coming up in the world of careers, we would wait until the C-suite level role came about. Yet people aren't waiting now. They want to have that brass ring right then and to be able to have the opportunities. And if they don't get those opportunities as fast as they would like them, then they're looking around. They're seeing what else we can do.
But in a way, the leaders need to learn how to listen to their community, listen to their employees, right?
And part of that listening is because we have been on Zoom land for almost 2 years now, is what is going on at home is becoming much more important for employers to understand and be really compassionate about. There are truly many stories about how people navigated and are still navigating that idea of juggling that being on the screen and having no noise in the back when you have a barking dog, a cat that jumps on your table, and children who really don't care if your boss is on the phone on Zoom land because they have certain needs to take care of. So being that compassionate leader to help. I will say, though, at the same time, Jose, there is a belief system out there that it is a shared responsibility between employer and employee to be able to create this synergy that can work to contribute to the business. Because you have to ask yourself, so how much time do I really give people off? And if I'm not producing product, how am I going to get that to the customers and to the clients?
Hey, Barbara, I have another question to you about leadership. So can you define leadership facing adversity? What does that really mean to you?
Grace and grit. Have grace and grit when you're having adversity. Bottom line is we've got all kinds of adversity. Everybody in the room can tell a story about adversity, I bet. Oh my gosh. It's how you look at yourself and how you're leading yourself, not title, because even CEOs or someone else, but how do you lead yourself? And think about what you're doing to help yourself get through that adversity. So relationships are absolutely key during this time of being able to have the opportunity to think about going through something that they've never gone through before. The other is courage. This is a time to ask yourself, how courageous are you when you go through adversity? The other piece of it is humility and transparency. So what we have found with our leaders out there, they have been so humble and transparent where they've just said, you know what? I don't have an answer when you thought I did, but I don't. And I need all of you to think out loud with me together as to how we want to transition.
Barbara, as always, it's really joyful and delightful to talk to you, but we are running out of time and we need to land this plane. But I have one final question to you. And this question may be very heavy lifting. So you have been in San Antonio for 25 years. What is going to be your legacy in San Antonio?
It's about sharing. It's about sharing knowledge. It's about connecting people with people that they would not normally meet. And inspiring others to be the best that they possibly can be and paying it forward.
Thank you very much, Barbara.
Thank you, Jose.
It's been a joyful discussion. Thank you very much for the time. And for everybody else watching this video, if you happen to have any question or you happen to be here in San Antonio, make sure that you just meet Barbara. Barbara is a phenomenal business leader. So honestly, just leave the comment here in YouTube and LinkedIn, and we'll get back to you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Jose. It's been a pleasure.